Hello everyone, my name is James and welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about that epic qualifying session in Abu Dhabi which saw Max Verstappen take pole, but we're also going to be discussing whether that mistake he made in Q2 could cost him in the race. Now if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and if you want to follow me on Twitter you can at James_Formula1, and there'll be a link in the description. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Now, before qualifying began, it did seem that Mercedes had a bit of an advantage over Red Bull. In practice, Mercedes were super quick over that pace, and it looked like as if Red Bull were more gearing towards the race and were willing to sacrifice qualifying. But on the run-up to qualifying, Red Bull decided to go for a low drag setup going into it. And it certainly did help the team out. Verstappen's that pace was much more competitive. We saw a better time from him in Q1, and then in Q2 there was just 0.004 of a second between Verstappen and Hamilton on their first medium runs. So the that pace was definitely coming to Red Bull, but this is where Max Verstappen's mistake came in. He went for a second run on the medium tyres, and the reason they did that is because of track evolution, and they were worried that other teams going on the soft tyres would be able to beat their time. So Verstappen went for a second run on those medium tyres, but he locked up going into turn 1. Now, aside from having to abandon his lap, a big problem with that is that Verstappen flat spotted his left front, and that is not what you want, because going into the race, you could have massive vibrations on that left front. It'll make it difficult to drive, and you just want a nice clean set of tyres going into the race. So Verstappen went for a second run on the less durable but quicker soft tyre, and that got him out comfortably out of Q1, but Hamilton was able to get through on the medium tyres. So this changes up strategy a bit, and we'll discuss this more at the end of the video. But then going into Q3, Red Bull served up a masterclass with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. So they sent Sergio Perez out first ahead of Max Verstappen. They let Perez go ahead, warm his tyres. Verstappen stayed behind, warmed his tyres as well. And then on the lap, Verstappen got two slipstreams. One down the long back straight from Sergio Perez, and then in the second DRS straight, he got an even better one because Sergio Perez was closer. And then Sergio Perez jumped out the way and allowed Verstappen to continue his lap. And boy, oh boy, what a lap it was. A 1:22.1. That was unbelievable. I was not expecting to see such a quick lap from anyone, but wow, it was so quick. And then when Hamilton completed his run, he was 5/10 down. Now, I thought after that, Hamilton would tell his team, I want the same from Valtteri Bottas. But that didn't happen at all. On the second runs, Hamilton just went in nice clean space and tried to improve his lap time without a slipstream. And to his credit, he did, but he was nowhere near Verstappen's time. So Verstappen was able to comfortably take pole by 0.2. So credit where it's due for Red Bull. They knew Mercedes were quick, so they had to play the slipstream game, and they just executed it to perfection, and Verstappen got a well-deserved pole. Unfortunately, Perez could only go P4, but it was still a good effort from him. But Lando Norris managed to go P3, which was a great achievement from him. It's great to see him up there. He's had a bit of a bad run of races, but it's nice to see him up in P3. But if we have a look at the race, as I said earlier, Verstappen will start on the soft tyres because he set his best time in Q2 on those tyres, and Hamilton will start on the mediums. Now, at the start of the race, I'd say it's very much advantage Verstappen. He's on a softer compound of tyre, it's going to be quicker off the line, and on top of that, Hamilton is surrounded by soft tyre runners. Bottas, remember, he only qualified P6, so he's not going to be able to help out his teammate, that's for sure. So the start could be very tricky because, as I said, Hamilton is on the medium tyre, so he's on a harder compound of tyre. It's going to be less grippy off the line, and because he's surrounded by people on soft tyre compounds, it might be tricky for him at the start. But if Hamilton negotiates it well and, let's say, manages to stay in P2, then it could be more of a tricky race for Verstappen. I mean, if we're going to be realistic, it's very likely that we're going to see, like in previous races, Verstappen and Hamilton just be in a class of one out in front. So it's just going to be a fight between those two. Now, the soft tyres are going to run out of rubber very quickly, and the mediums can go longer because there are more durable tyre. So unless Verstappen's tyre management is excellent, it's very likely that he'll have to do a 2-stop in the race to avoid any kind of puncture. And Hamilton, it's very likely he'll be able to do a 1-stop because the mediums are a more durable tyre, so they can go longer. And even if Verstappen's tyre management is really good tomorrow, those soft tyres will be wearing out quite quickly, so he'll probably naturally become slower than Hamilton, who won't have to do as much tyre saving. I think he can be a bit more aggressive because he's on a more durable tyre. So tomorrow is going to be an interesting race. Will that mistake in qualifying by Verstappen cost him? Who knows? I mean, you never know. The 2-stop could be the way to go in the race on Sunday, and the soft tyres could be the perfect tyre of choice for the race. But we'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. But guys, what did you think of that qualifying session? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And until the next one, take care.